Ryan Bombane, Professor. Ryan
Professor.
Bombane.
I'm still getting used to that. Yeah. Yeah. It's been almost 2, 3 weeks now, and it still hasn't synced in yet. But I'm slowly.
How did it feel when looking down and see the black belt?
Yes, it's the feeling is so. I can't. It's hard to explain, but it's one of my proudest moment myself. Like I said, I told myself I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna, because there's a lot of people doubters out there, and I almost quit so many times.
Yeah.
Life happens, and it's just, yeah, I just get back on, and then the COVID, and then that kind of actually helped me. The COVID helped me because, like, I have, it's like my therapy, you know. With all this COVID's happening, you can't do anything. You can't. I remember we kept it open, you know.
Yeah, we closed at the beginning,
In the
right?
beginning,
And then
but then,
there's like a fight
fuck
club.
this. We got this fight club. There you go. We're fighting for our freedom here, you know. And yeah, the feeling was amazing, and I will never forget it. That feeling, like an achievement, like a bucket list. It's like kind of like a weight. Oh yeah, off your shoulder. Like, oh yes, actually I can truly say, yeah, screw you guys, I did it. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it
Because a lot of people start, right?
Yeah, a lot of people start. A lot of people like that, like my colleagues that I didn't see them. I guess they fall through after because of life. And now, like we did it, and that's amazing feeling. I mean, yeah. I wish everyone can have that feeling once in their life. Like the proud moment. Like I graduated high school, but it's not the same. It's not the
You got
same.
what?
I mean, I graduated high school. I graduated in my career. It's just a different feeling. 10 years. I mean, I started since 2015, and yeah, like I said, I almost quit many times, and I just kept going.
What made you not quit?
It's like I said, it's like my therapy, Like I remember when I first started 2015 with my boy Fernando. Remember Fernando?
Of course.
Yeah.
You guys are the early morning crew.
He's an early morning crew with
Professor
Joey at 6:30, 6 in the morning. Yeah, because that's the only time we can make it because of work. And I rode with this guy. He's like, he's like a blue belt. And I used to work out a lot. I used to be fit. I thought I was fit. I used to lift weights. I thought my cardio is good. I mean, run. I used to do marathon. I did marathon twice before I started jiu-jitsu. And then this guy, I rode with him, and I was like, what? Hey, wait, he's pinning me down. And I'm actually pushing. I gassed out. I was really like, he just owned me. The last 4 minutes, I was like, wow. I was like, what's going on here? I know I'm stronger than him. I know I'm bigger than him, and he still owned me. I'm like, hey, I want to know what he knows, because imagine with his technique and me, like my strength, I was thinking, hey, I could be good. And from then on, I just kept going and going. Of course, there's a learning stage, and there's a stage where getting my ass beat every day. Why am I doing this? I wake up in the morning, my back. I mean, because I think I was 35 years old when I started, or 33, 32, and they're younger than me.
Either when you're in your 20s or teens, and still, if you're getting the white belts, being a white belt sucks, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, it's just, what am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? Or it's like torturing myself. But I kept going because it feels good after work. It's just, it just relieves. Like I said, my therapy, like everything. You don't think about anything else. Life, work. When you're training, You have to learn how to just either survive or learn a new technique that you can apply. That's what I love about it, and that kept me on the right path to jiu-jitsu. And then now I was it's not gonna end. I'll still be here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. I mean, because you start, you see people around. Maybe they're not around anymore.
Yeah.
White belt. As your white belt, then blue belt, and then purple belt. You're like, oh man.
Yeah.
This is getting serious.
I remember when you told me, when you gave me that purple belt, oh, this is it, man. You're more than halfway, and you told me, hey, man, I'm gonna see you. I remember you told me, you're almost there, and that kind of like gave me a boost. Like, oh yeah,
Jump in the seat, like,
all right.
future black belt.
For sure, like that gave me like that moment.
To even
gave me-
hear that, right?
Yeah, to even hear that from you, and like, yeah, I look up to you. You're like, yeah, you're it, dude. You know, and yeah, that gave me a little like push. Okay, come on through, man. Don't stop. Because sometimes I can only train maybe like because of 3 times a week, twice a week. I just can't. Oh, I like the semester class, which is like
The Sunday morning, yeah.
older guys like me are just trying to like get a sweat in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I love it. I love
Stay consistent.
and thank you
Dude.
so much for having
Brother.
this space for us, for people like me. You know what they say, hobbyists. It's like, but we still love the sports. I mean, we're not gonna win. Like, there's a competition, everything, all that. But for me, just it makes me feel good about myself and my. Like I said, I don't even work out as much anymore. I like just training is that's my workout now. At least 3 times a week. That's about.
Helps be your best.
Yes, best myself, and it humbles you a lot. It humbled me a lot because, like I said, when I walked into the gym, I thought I was sizing people up. Like, I got him, and then boom, got me. I'm like, oh wow, my ego just went all throughout my jiu-jitsu path. My ego just fade. There's no ego. Like, blue belt, purple belt would tap me, and like, okay, let's get it.
Good job.
I mean, it's not gonna. Because I used to think when I was a white belt, I was like, no one's gonna tap me. I like to have that mentality, like, oh yeah, I want to. It's just aggression.
Yeah.
But as time goes by, and I just blue belt, purple belt, I'm like, you're always gonna get caught, no matter what. And that helped me like humble myself. Like, okay,
If you don't train, you won't get caught, right?
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, there you
And
go.
then
That's right.
who's winning and losing, right?
There you go. You know what I mean? See, is that? Like I said, that's like I told the younger like the white belt that trains, like, don't worry, man. I mean, you'll get caught no matter what. But you have mentality. Keep that in mind. You always will get caught. And just keep in mind, there's always every day, and tap early. You gotta tap.
Yeah.
There's no like, you're not winning a medal for not tapping. I'd rather train back again and then,
Yeah, it was cool. I was watching some of the videos. I just got the videos from the graduation and the black belt speeches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to yours, and I was listening to Professor Sexy Legs Gus.
Oh yeah. Those are.
And
I remember.
And he's a good, a good speaker, and he's talking about how everybody had their thoughts on what does it mean to be a black belt, and perseverance, being tough, and everything else, confidence. And he's like, one thing nobody mentioned was humility, and you just mentioned it.
Yes, humility. Yes, it's like you have to, because that's life. You have to be humility. You have to.
How it makes you a better person because of that. You approach things in a better way, right?
Definitely, I believe in that. Yeah.
The kids are kicking those bags, huh?
I can hear it.
How's the audio?
Can they actually hear it?
Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job, kids.
Good work. Keep it up.
Yeah. You were talking about the Masters, and you brought in your friends like Andy.
And yeah.
Who else did you bring in that day?
There's a couple of my trains in actually Pasadena too, and my coworkers that I told, they're white belt, and I told them, hey, join us, like, and they're in the on and off, like, on that stage.
Yeah.
But I always want to push them to join, and like I said, you can't really force it on people to train, because if they don't like it, they don't like it, or like being forced. Because I was in that side. I remember like, oh, why am I training when I'm like, everything hurts the next day.
Yeah.
Maybe but you have to overcome that. Like, you have to have the benefits of why you're doing it, and mentally and physically, it's good for you.
It was cool though. All the guys from your co-workers, right? You guys all trained.
Yeah,
you guys been
and
training.
we work the same place, and and they see me, and I would work the next day. I'm limping, and my knee hurts, and like, see, and there's my coworker that doesn't do jiu-jitsu. It's like, why do you do it? Why? And like, it's because, and they're saying I'm old. Or, what do you do? You're not. What do you do? It's like, it's dangerous. Blah blah blah. It's not that. It's not even dangerous if you know how to train, and you know the people you train with, and tell them, hey, you can slow them down. You can tell them, heads up, hey, I just want to roll, light roll, heavy roll. But there are others like it's always heavy roll when you roll with them. But you got to know who they are, and you just got to know.
Yeah.
But there's a way around it if you really want to
Find a way, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It was cool. You brought Andy with you too.
Andy is. I remember Andy my first roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I rolled with him. It was like because sometimes I have my mat at home.
Oh, okay.
So I invited him because he does MMA and all that stuff, and he's good wrestling. I mean, he would pin me down like
city champ. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like I said,
his dad.
I was a purple belt when I rolled with him.
Okay.
I was like, oh my god. And he said he hasn't been training. I'm like, wow, you haven't been training, really? It just comes natural to him, I guess.
No, he put a lot of work in, a lot of time.
And then back then, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
So I was like, wow, you haven't trained, bro? Yeah, like, that was good. Yeah. Then I told him, hey, I guess I didn't believe him. Like, he knows you, like really knows you.
From back in the day, yeah. We used to train together MMA.
Yeah.
We used to. His dad had a wrestling club, SK Golden Boys.
Is that the one in Glendale?
In North Hollywood.
North Hollywood. Oh. Okay.
And it was in the back of his house, and it was basically a wrestling room and bathrooms, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the who's who MMA fighters, like all these world champion, European champion, elite like wrestlers would be in there just randomly, you know.
Yeah. And he knows a lot of MMA. I guess all his Ronda Rousey used to.
All the Manny Gamburian, and Carl used to go there, and we still train, and then you would get your wrestling on. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you go way back then. I get to.
He did a. I'm not sure how many fights he did.
He fought
professionally, for a bunch of fights.
I
don't know how many.
He told me that he got knocked out. Oh, he won last fight, but he stopped because I think he blacked out. He doesn't know what happened, and he was describing the fight how the guy he tapped out but he doesn't know how it happened. I'm like, that kind of scared him a little bit. Like, it's not for me.
Yeah, we had a deep talk, man, because he was asking me about, he was like, I think his dad, or I don't know, at Birmingham High School, the wrestling there. I think he was their first city champ. But we just had a deep talk about, being a parent and coach, and and then you want your kid at the end of the day to be happy and to be healthy.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
And so like all this pressure.
He has twins.
Yeah.
So.
But just just the pressure, and we had a deep talks about it, and what it means and the attitude, and like.
Definitely.
Because it can be harsh, right? If you're like, that's
and
your love is up to like if you win or lose. If you love your kid.
That's true, yeah. But you gotta kind of see that that's just no matter what happens, you love them and all that.
Yeah, yeah. That's real, man. It's real, and it happens a lot more.
And you'll do anything for them, like. Money,
and the kids will do anything. They'll do anything to make their parents proud.
Yeah, vice versa. There you go. And you will do anything for them to feel love, like you're supporting them and all that. Yeah, same here. I have a daughter. And I told her, hey, tell me but to the point where I don't want you to be spoiled. You know?
But the wrestling and jiu-jitsu and all these things, they help you, make you a better person, right? Because of the humility. You win how to lose, win and lose.
When you lose, it's good.
Yeah.
Like you take it. You know how they say it's kind of shade. Like you never lose in jiu-jitsu. You learn.
Right.
And just that makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, you learn, but you never lose.
Yeah.
And
that's it. You don't lose if you don't. As long as you keep showing up and keep trying.
Exactly. That's life, I think.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Because life is not easy. You just gotta keep going. You gotta stand up. You got punched. Stand up, and just move on.
Yeah. Get up. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you had what I was gonna ask you, where are you from originally?
I was in the Philippines. I was born in the Philippines.
Okay.
I came here when I was 10 years old. Back in 94. Yeah, 94. I had to go back and forth. And
94, huh?
And 94. And so I live in Glendale. So coming from the Philippines, I thought everybody's American, So I went to live in Glendale, and I went to high school, elementary, and then all these kids were they look white, but they're not speaking English. I guess I didn't know about Armenian. They're not speaking about it. I'm like, oh, I guess not everyone is
Yeah.
American
You
here.
know, Dresden, Anjanette's son. He's Filipino, and I went to, I took, he was at the party, my daughter's party the other day, and it was like him, and it's like everybody else is Armenian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
He was
look
brown and was
white to
white.
me, but they're Armenian, I guess. Yeah, they're like light skin, you know. So that was something. Oh wow.
Culture shock.
Culture shock. Culture shocks. And I barely speak English too. I was like, okay. Yeah.
So you were 10 years old when you moved?
I moved in here. I was 10 years old. So I'm already 40.
Did you speak English when you came?
A little bit here and there. Broken English, you know. But yeah, it was a culture shock for me because it was just my mom and my stepfather that petitioned me to be here, and it was just everything's different compared to the Philippines.
Do you have a brother or sister?
I have a half sister because she's half Cuban because my dad is Cuban.
Okay.
And we're like 16 years apart, and I always still remind her,
Okay.
you know, you're in an accident. I always tease her like that, but yeah, I love her. Yeah, she's a nurse. I told her about to start jiu-jitsu too. I told her, hey, it's good for. She's a nurse in Glendale Adventist Hospital.
Okay.
She's I guess she's taking her NP, but yeah, you should be able
Shout
to
out
protect
to
yourself.
Adventist Hospital. My
Yes,
daughters were born there. Yeah.
Oh, see, and then my first job is at Glendale Adventist.
Okay. Yeah.
As
there
a
we
clerk,
go.
a fire clerk.
Okay.
Like I grew up in Glendale. That's Glendale.
Yeah.
I know the Armenian ways. Yeah. I told her to start jiu-jitsu because like it's good, you know, when you get punched when you're patient, you know, people like crazy patient out there. Especially ER. I mean, she works in ER.
Oh.
There's a lot of crazy out there, you know, on drugs, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Family members trying to like act up, you know.
Yeah.
I got punched by a patient before.
Oh yeah.
Because when at work, because like I was trying to help them, and I think he just woke up. He was confused for some reason. Or he got clocked me in my face. And I'm like, oh, whoa, what's going on here? And good thing, you know, I know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, guys wake up, right? And they can go nuts, right?
Yeah, you can go nuts. Yeah, but
And if you know jiu-jitsu, you don't have to hurt them.
no,
you can
exactly.
control them.
Control the arm, elbow, control pin the elbow down.
Little side control. Little crossways if you need to.
You know, push that pressure in.
Just relax, man.
Just relax. You're just waking up. Yeah. And I told my sister, start, because at least to defend yourself if something happens.
At least
or
the
like,
basic, right?
basic,
Too.
if somebody's choking you, you know, trying to like,
What to
know where
do.
to put your hands on.
Stay calm too under pressure, right?
Yeah. There you go. And distance. Keep your distance.
Understand that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's why I want my daughter to at least she's on and off, you know, she's hurt, she got hurt, and I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. But, and then she sees me, because I always take her, and then she wants, okay, Dad, I want, and then she sees her friends, like, kept doing it, and then, like, okay, I want to go back to it. But, yeah, it's that I think as long as you, like, expose them here, they're still going to keep getting back, and, you know.
And
they see their dad, I'm getting my ass whipped, and I'm still coming.
You can say all you want, but monkey see, monkey do, right? Like, your example is the most important
if
thing.
What
right?
they see is actually like they want to be. You got to expose them, and I believe in that. You know.
I'd be curious to see like if there's anybody ever did any studies on like what are the numbers, right, of kids of black belts, you know, that and they're kind of going and becoming more serious, right, because their parents are black belts.
Oh yeah, that'd be because you take them.
Belts.
That's true.
Because they have that example, you know.
Yeah, I think that I can see that. It's good. That'd be a good study to see like people like parents that practice jiu-jitsu and they can become black belt, and how many kids would follow their footsteps.
Yeah.
And yeah, did they do that study? No.
It's kind of such a newer thing.
Yeah, right.
But but I think soon they probably could get some good numbers out of that.
Yeah.
But I just know with other things, like whatever they see their parents do, like they copy or, you know, like they see it subconsciously, it goes like in them, right? Like, okay, My dad's a black belt.
And like people like I said, like other sports, they play basketball. They see their parents play. I mean, the dad play basketball. They want to play basketball.
yeah.
I think it's whatever they get exposed, they'll do.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's kind of like monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, that's it.
You know.
And going back to your childhood, when you moved here, I just want to hear like when you moved, how was it like moving into Glendale and you being Filipino?
Oh yeah. Oh,
not really speaking English.
I got bullied when I first got here. I was like, believe it or not, it was an Armenian guy. He was a big guy. I can barely speak English.
Yeah.
And he was like, we're at recess. It was a break, and he was just, I don't know what exactly happened, but he was just teasing me, blah blah. You got chinky eyes, and I don't know how to speak. I would get frustrated because like, okay, fine, you want to fight? I can't speak English, but you want to fight? So yeah, we actually like, and then we fought, and then basically like became best friend. After we fought.
Is that funny how that happens?
I was like, this is my best friend going throughout junior high school. I was like, he's Armin. His name's Armin.
Shout out to Armin.
Shout out to Armin.
So you stood up to him. He's like, he's cool.
He's cool. Yeah, he's way bigger than me too. I was like, and then how come everybody has beard here? And I'm like, I'm only 6th grade and everybody got beard and mustache. I go, yeah. So it's good. Yeah.
It's always interesting, like coming from another country to the U.S., right?
Yeah, and it's because the culture is different, and I got used to like, because I have a big family in the Philippines. I grew up with my grandparents, and then my mom was here, taking, working, sending money back home to take care of me.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm a grandparent child, grandma's boy. I'm a grandma's boy, and coming up here, it's like I'm by myself, and I was like, oh, you took me away from my kind of like my parent, I was kind of like in a way depressed a little bit because like I'm by myself, and when they're working, I'm by myself. I'm like, I was 10 years old. I was like, okay, but that's why I wish I did jiu-jitsu back then.
Where they
when I
have
was
a
younger.
place like this, right?
Yeah,
For kids to be around.
Yeah, that would
hang
help me,
around.
I think, because back then I think that's when I had a little bit of anger issue back then. Right, I was getting a fight a lot. I was like, nobody was like, and I wanted to learn a martial art. I just don't know what martial art. And then my mom has that mentality, like, you're gonna get in a fight more if you know how to fight. I'm like, now think about it. No, why is that's so stupid? I mean,
Right.
at least they'll know how I'll know, and I can at least release my anger or my aggression to something else than fighting at school. That's why I think I don't know how the mentality, my mom had that mentality, like you get.
Well, they don't know, right? They don't know exactly. They don't know, but it actually makes you not fight because you have nothing to prove.
Exactly.
And you're more confident. You're like, I scrap every day.
I don't need to prove myself.
Yeah.
That's true. I was like,
and you stay
I wish my
calm,
mom,
and you're able to like kind of, and the people feel how calm you are, and they're like, oh,
you got nothing to prove. Yeah, you got nothing to prove. Yeah. And I know, you're gonna feel. At least you can protect yourself. You can protect yourself.
If something happens, you know what to do. You're like, so you stay calm. You're like,
That's what I want for my daughter. That's why you might not think you don't need this, but you'll never know.
Never know.
So and I'm not always there to protect you or to be there for you, but at least you can have that tool. If you know just at least basically just you can protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you watch the early UFCs? Hoist Gracie?
Yes. When I first started, like, Hoist Gracie, like, that's when, I guess the 90s, when it started.
Yeah, like 93, 94.
See, when I first got here, it's like, that's when UFC
you saw it? Some of your uncles or something?
I see all this big guy fighting a skinny dude. I was like, hey. And then I guess that's jiu-jitsu was born.
So you dropped the seed like in your brain. You're like,
I think that's one of the reasons why I want to do martial art. I'm like, and then that's when my mom was like, no, you're gonna get in a fight, or we can't afford it. I don't know.
And there wasn't. There was like judo and stuff. There wasn't really jiu-jitsu in this area.
Oh.
There was like a
What got you started? What was your?
In jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Man, after high school, I worked at this restaurant, and a few of the guys were doing jiu-jitsu, and I trained my friend. He armbarred me. He was a smaller guy, like 10 times. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, I got to learn this, And I never missed a class. Of course, then later I saw the UFCs with Hoist Gracie. I was like, man, this is great. And then I just kept going, you know.
So you
and-
started before the UFC
No, it was like like 94, you know.
90. Oh, okay.
94.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So 93 was the first one, but it was secondary. It just made me feel so good, and I just loved just the physicality of it. You know, I wish I would have wrestled. I had wrestling in my high school, but I didn't at the time. And
Is-
so
Is that under Jacolino or who's that?
actually, I started in New Mexico,
New
just
Mexico.
a random like.
A random
ra-
jiu-jitsu gym?
Well, it wasn't even a gym. It was just a guy who had a class once a week, and then like a couple months after that, it was twice a week.
Oh,
And
okay.
basically, it was
It was getting bigger back now.
Well,
is it?
it was very underground, you know. People, unless you watched those early UFCs, you had no idea about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But all
yeah,
the
yeah.
serious martial art people in the area, like
They
it was
know.
all word of mouth. They just
Yeah.
word of mouth, you know.
Yeah,
And so
because
they
that
told
back
other
then there's no
people.
social media back then. It's
Exactly.
just TV and
Exactly.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like newspapers and
Yeah, you have
pages.
You're
Page
right. Yeah, yeah. I remember pager. You have to have code 143. You know, you gotta-
payphones before the Matrix.
That's yeah, I remember that. And the smaller the pager, the better you had. You know. I remember
when
that.
I moved to Brazil, I got a cell phone, you know.
Oh, which had the flip phone?
Yeah,
The
but it was
Motorola?
like but it was like a brick, you know.
Oh, that big. Oh no, the big one, not even the
Well,
flip phone.
it was like it wasn't as big as the big back in the day, but it was still pretty big, you know. Like Professor Edson, you know, he'd make fun of me like, with this, you have this brick in your,
you actually toss it and
because
still
he didn't
be
have a
all
phone
okay.
yet, you know.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
of course everybody got phones, you know, little by little. They had those the flip phones.
Yeah, the
that was a
flip, the
big deal.
Motorola, the big deal. The
those-
flip phone was just small. It's
yeah, it was
compact. and
small.
just-
Yeah, before that was like the more like brick phone. Yeah.
Big-
But I had a brick phone. That's
That's
a big
true.
deal, man. The fact that you can call people. you
yeah,
know?
you actually like, you don't have to go to run to a payphone to call. You know. Yeah, I remember that. And then I think my first phone was a Nokia, the big
Nokia, yeah, the snake game.
yeah, yeah, I remember that. Oh yes, that's the only game. Life was simple back then, you know. If you want to play, you gotta go outside, you know.
That's it,
Here's like
yeah.
this all gaming and all that.
Man.
And I told my daughters like always on iPad. I'm like, oh, you gotta do some activities outside. That's why like jiu-jitsu is good.
Yeah.
I think
No
that's the only
phones.
that's the only thing when she sweats. You know, when she's here, running around, rolling around, and she's like, and I'm like, and she's like out of breath. I'm like, baby, you're young. You shouldn't be out of breath like this. And I told her, just get up going, keep doing this.
Keep showing up. Yeah.
Keep showing up. Yeah, and that's why now I think kids are like more not active as like we were growing up.
Yeah.
Because there's no such thing as you have to go. I remember I used to go rollerblading a lot. I used to bike. Like we have to. It's outside activities, you know. I used to play street hockey. And I used to be in, you know,
Yeah.
I like hockey before. Yeah. That's it. When and in high school I played football too. In high school, believe it or not.
Hoover High School.
Hoover High
Shout
School.
out.
Shout out the Tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was small, so I did a running back. That's it. But yeah, we suck at. Yeah, I think 0-10. Dude.
0-10. At least we got the one win versus Glendale this year.
It was good. Hey, it's good. It's a good experience.
Yeah.
At least I got to lift weights and fit. You know, at least I think I was pretty fit when I was in high school. Yeah.
Hopefully get this wrestling. Not hopefully we're gonna get this wrestling program going.
I wish they have wrestling when I was back in 97. I went to Hoover, 97, 98, freshman year. I would have joined. Is there only like is it co-ed, a female?
Yeah,
wrestling?
they're gonna have co-ed. I mean, right now there's a couple like junior varsity, 2 girls, but my daughter's kind of the only one in the practices right now.
Oh, okay.
Out of like a bunch of our guys.
Try
I
out.
was gonna show you the video, you know, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, you're just trying out. But they can't cut it.
Yeah, but they're all tough, you know. So like he's been running them and putting them through hard practices and stuff, and everybody's ready to. They keep showing up, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's the sport, bro. The school, you know.
Yeah, I'm happy they have wrestling now.
Yeah.
I think that's good for the school. At least represent.
for
You're
sure.
gonna know Tornado. At least we're good for something.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We're gonna be known for something.
For sure. I'm gonna support.
You can put us in the map.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's good. Good for her.
Yeah.
And good for you because
Yeah.
you're basically Dana White. You're doing all this.
Supporting the school, yeah.
Yeah,
Astamir, shout out to Astamir too, right?
Yeah, shout out to Astamir. Yeah,
and
he's
then
doing
with
well. He's up
yeah.
with the kids. I see how he's like training the kids. I mean, hopefully, like my daughter can join that wrestling while she's still young. Oh yeah, how old? What's the age for his class?
How old is she?
She's turning 9 in January, but she's
Okay.
8 years old. She's 8
Okay,
right now.
I think it's at the level because he has like different levels, you know. So as it's but have her, she can do jujitsu. I think jujitsu is a great base, you know.
Yeah.
And then
I have her started the 4:30 nogi.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and then yeah, I think just with that, and then because it's more like well, she can try it out. She can try it out. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 o'clock. You know?
$4, yeah. hopefully, yeah. Because I get off at 3.
You can talk to him, yeah.
I get off at 3 o'clock. I should be able to make it by 4 o'clock, like today. Yeah, I came in early because I was like, if I go home, I'm gonna be late. I don't want to be late.
yeah, we weren't sure. And then he's like, yeah, this time, because I wasn't sure. I thought you were gonna be in like maybe like 4:15 or something.
Yeah. That's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's all worked out.
That worked out. It worked out fine.
Man, sorry. I was gonna ask you about Create.
Oh, Create. Oh yeah. Well,
the clothing brand. No, it's cool, man. Like when you and Fernando first were coming in the morning, and you guys are so passionate about like jiu-jitsu, and because, just you guys are like so creative too. With
so Create, we started 2015 after we started training jiu-jitsu, and then one time we were just in his pad, we were just talking, and we saw Shoei Roll and Albino, Preto was like, hey man, I think we could do that. I mean, I feel like we thought about the name Create. I'm like, create your future, create whatever in life you have to do is create. You got to make it happen. And we came up with the motto with the 3 C's: the commit, control, and conquer. So if you follow those 2, you got to be committed. Whatever happens, you have to commit, and then control. You can't control everything. Things happen for a reason. You just have to roll with it. Control. You can control what you can control, and pass it. You'll conquer everything if you just follow those 2. And that was our motto of our Create. But it just happened like when COVID hits, it just kind of hit us hard because it was just everything stopped. Yeah. And then we just couldn't recover as much. But we have our other stuff to other gig we think doing, But Create, I mean, that was like good times, and there was a lot of learning curve.
Yeah,
it's a tough market. It's a tough market to go through. Actually, there's clothing companies. Yeah. Like there's a lot of hoops and all. It's a lot of marketing that we don't know. We're new to marketing and all that, and being sponsored. Yeah, it was a learning curve, and now we're thinking of doing another thing together.
Yeah, hopefully we can do one with Legacy.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Collab. That was on the
collab.
Yeah.
Create. I like that. Like, I remember Create. We were just, but right now we're like kind of hold right now because we're verging on other. We're actually doing real estate right now.
Real estate as well.
Yeah. So
you guys are hustlers, huh?
Yeah. If you can't do it, you gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Whatever clicks.
Yeah.
And that's it. I think he's doing well. Actually, he hit me up like, hey, because he started first the real estate, and he said, I see he's doing well. You got a couple properties out there, and he's like, hey, man, let's do this. Pull me in, coach. So, yeah. So we'll see if it happens. And it clicks.
Yeah. I appreciate
that.
I love you guys' stuff with such good quality.
Oh yeah.
I had that sweater, that Create sweater had the elbow patches and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like my favorite. It was my favorite like sweater. I had it for years.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I would go out with it.
I still have all my Create stuff.
And my daughter cut it. She cut the neck. And they just go into my closet, grab whatever, and they just cut it.
He won't notice this.
Oh my god! I was like, oh my god, you got my sweater.
Yeah,
my favorite sweater.
I think I can see my daughter do that and touch my clothes too. You know.
Oh my god, she had no idea what she was doing to me.
Oh, it's like that.
I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say anything to her. Oh my god! But inside, I was like, oh my god, it's sad. But all your stuff was such good quality.
I appreciate it, yeah, because for us, everything is like, it's all about quality, not quantity. That's why it's like, we release, it's like only like 50, no more than 50, 60. Because it's all about quality, because you pay you get what you pay for, you know? And the quality matters, and how you stitching and all that. We have to.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Yes. And we gotta think about like, this. I don't like that stitching. Can you change the stitching to this? Blah blah blah. I don't like the color. Can you change the color? Back and forth. It was just, especially for my boyfriend now. He's picky. I'm picky. He's picky. So we're both like, yeah. I just like it's a top market, you know. Like you have this vision, and if they don't get it right, it's like it's not right. Like the way we wanted it. That's one of the challenges we were facing every time we release something. It's like, oh, it's not what I pictured, but let's try another combination. Yeah. But we'll never know. We'll get back on it again and we'll see.
I respect you guys, you know, for doing that and just going for it, you know.
Yeah.
Creating it. Well, create. And
right.
just the quality and just the passion and heart you guys put into it, you know, sponsoring some people and yeah, just putting it out there. And it's like it's work, right? And it's going for it. And you guys are busy. You have your work and family.
Yeah,
and you guys still did it, you know.
There you go. Yeah, it's not easy, but you just gotta try. At least you can say, we did it, we tried, and at least there's no what if.
Yeah.
I don't like to live into what if.
That's it.
It's always like, hey, do it, and if it doesn't work, then please, you know.
Tried, right?
No regrets.
No regrets.
There you go.
I love it.
So, yeah. Like right now, we're doing this. I can't believe we're doing this. I mean, I'm not really I'm not a talker, believe it or not. But yeah, like this, I want to. Hey, if you don't know, you don't try, you'll never know. So hey, I'm here.
Yeah, it's great, right? We're talking downstairs a little bit, just how, you know, we after class or, you know, back in the day I used to live in New Mexico, and for tournaments we would travel, and you know, I'd spend like days with people, try in the car too, so you get to know some people. But I don't really get that chance, you know, so much here with our students, you know,
talk to
because all the tournaments were like everybody's spoiled, you know, all the tournaments are here in SoCal.
Yeah.
But also, you know, just so we don't get to talk after class a few minutes. So it's nice because we get to just hang out a little bit and talk about it, get to know about you, learn, and I like to acknowledge you guys' hard work and being a black belt now. It's you know, it's cool, man.
Every time you say black belt, you got chills. Like really, like it's just. Yeah, I mean, I'm proud. You know, I'm here smiling there, but I am proud to actually finish my accomplish of it, something that I'm proud of. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, this you might think this thing, but this is a big thing for me. I mean, I wish you could have seen me. Like, yeah, I was kind of like.
We have it on. I have it on video.
Yeah.
Just send it the video. Your speech.
Yeah, man. I was like, I was sick. I lost my voice. I was trying to project my voice, but it doesn't come out right. But yeah, I told my mom I was so proud, and she hit me up. She said, "I'm proud of you, son." I mean, she's the one that stopped me from doing martial art back when I was a kid, because she thought it was, you know,
dangerous.
I was gonna get in a fight more, but. She sees me, and she said, "Hey, she's your therapy. I'm proud of you, and you didn't give up,
following through with it."
Yeah, I fought through with it, and like I said, it's a never-ending for me, a journey. I'm gonna do this until I die, I guess. Until I can't anymore.
Yeah, this keeps you young. This keeps you healthy.
Keeps me young. Yeah, there you go.
Friends, camaraderie.
Yeah. And I met a lot of friends here. You know, I made friends.
Yeah.
That I never thought I'd be friends with, and then me rolling with them, you know, try to killing each other, you know, still we become friends, you know, we humble each other, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah,
you know, humility and all that.
Yeah, man. My best friends are from jiu-jitsu, you know.
Yeah,
my life.
Exactly. You know, it's amazing. You know, you just ventured on life that you thought you'd never do, and then you did it, and then you meet interesting people. And they will stay with you for the rest of your life. You know, you become your best friend. Who's your best friend? Like
Man, I have like these like best friends, like guys I spent a lot of time with. Like it's great because we were young, like Professor Edson and they're totally different backgrounds, and you can tell Professor Alexandre,
yeah.
And I spent a lot of time with them when we were young when I first moved to Brazil. And
how long were you in Brazil when you like?
When I moved there when I was I was 19, I think, 18, 19, yeah. And then on
you moved
and off,
out there because of jiu-jitsu?
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
One of my best friends in Mall Easton went down there first, and then went for 6 months, and then we started training in his garage. When he came back, he would show me all this stuff, and then he actually brought me to LA to compete a couple times, and then I never looked back. I set my goals, and then
and brought you where you're at right now.
Yeah,
it's
and then
amazing.
I moved down there, and then for 6 months, and then I went back again for like one of the worlds, like a month later. And my mom was like, "Listen, don't go back and forth like that. I did an exchange program when I was in college. Go there for a year, get out of your system."
Yeah. I guess it didn't get out of your system. You
finish college, and then and I was like, and I went there for a year, and I was like, I'm not done yet, Mom. Sorry, I gotta stay.
Oh wow.
And so I stayed, and I got because they have like
you're going to school for what now? When you're going to school,
I didn't have a thing yet. I was doing college courses, but I didn't have a major or anything, and I not that I didn't believe in it. Like my mom, they were all teachers and stuff, and so it was about me getting an education and all that. And I was like, I'm gonna do it, but I was nothing.
Then it clicks.
Yeah,
your heart's not there.
My heart was in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, exactly.
My heart was completely in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And my mom was a teacher, right? So she has a good sense of what's good and what's bad,
Yeah.
And she saw how focused I got with jiu-jitsu and the look I had, And at first she was kind of like, she didn't like it because I'd come back with like, marks on my face.
Yeah. Same thing with my wife. That's how this is. Yeah.
And then she saw the look, and she thought she saw
you're
how
passionate. You're passionate.
Yeah, and how good of shape I got, and just the people around me, how I was, influencing other people.
And you're good thing you didn't stop. You follow your dream, and that's
yeah. And I had some amazing people around me as well, kind of encouraging me. Some good business people, mentoring me.
Yeah, you should get to meet a lot of interesting people, a lot of good, your network,
Yeah.
You expand your network and you learn.
Just by me making like bold moves, people got like, and I always had that heart of wanting to help people, and I would in my own training, I would help other people get good.
Yes.
So it's pretty much since the beginning,
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing story.
A lot of my people that I started with, they were like my older brothers because I was a young kid in the group. They were all like 6, 7, even 10 years older than me. And I would go to Brazil, I would come back, I would teach them all, and a lot of those guys, I was able to give them their black belts. It was what an honor, for me. They were like my big brothers, and they were like kind of protected me too.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like watched out for me and kind of were like always like cheering for me, and like supporting, and I kind of went,
Oh, that's
in different ways.
It's an honor to have my black belt under you. I was like, I'm gonna have that picture framed in my head, and I'm gonna have it already. The frame, I already framed it in my house.
It's awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's good. That's an amazing story. At least you kept up with your passion about it, and
And when I
came along, you're big. Raise your business, just
follow the heart, follow the heart. Try to do the right
everything will
thing.
fall in place.
Do the right thing, do my best.
Yes.
And I was just like, is that right? Is that wrong? Like, even if it's not easy, I'm like, no, it's not right. Like the stitching or this or that, it's not right.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do it the right way because it's the right thing to do.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. That's nice. I didn't know that, but
started my first gym. I was 23.
23.
Yeah. Because I was like,
how was that experience? Or like,
well, luckily
I had the business. I mean, starting a business.
Well, I had like I said, these older guys, like not the older, but like they're like Amal Easton. He's in Colorado. He has a bunch of gyms there, and
kind of guided you, how.
Kind of, yeah. It was like my older brother. He was the one who went down to Brazil first, and then he was like, "Do this, okay." Do this, okay, and I just did whatever he told me to do, and then of course I put my heart into it. And my mom was in Santa Fe, New Mexico, a small town.
A small town, yeah.
And I just started, and it was early on, like nobody knew what jiu-jitsu was.
Yeah, now it's
in those days.
Now it's everywhere. Now every corner of I feel like everybody's trying to open one.
Yeah.
But a good thing you did it. I mean, it's amazing. Like I'm happy that we have this space here close to my house, 2 miles away from my house.
Oh yeah, nice.
And
Nice.
yeah, I'll never leave here. I'll be here till till the day I die, I guess. Till I can't anymore, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
no, to the end. You know,
to
to
the
the
end.
end. Stay healthy.
Stay
That's
healthy.
what, like I would say that I keep repeating myself, but yeah, I want to see you guys be your best at every age. You know,
Yeah,
And part
exactly. The
of
best
that
of
is-
you at your age, the best version of you. You know, you might think you're out of shape, but I feel like I'm in shape. People are like, "Oh, you got skinny, man." Yeah, I'm skinny, but I feel like I'm in shape. I mean, you wanna try me at the mat? You know, like that. You know, but I don't work out as much as before, like lift weights. I just maybe do some cardio. That's about it. I don't lift weights as much as I used to. It feels like slows me down too when
Yeah.
when my muscle.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is a workout and so on and so on,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, maybe like body weight or
Yeah.
weight or pull-ups are good too.
Yeah, I like pull-ups. That's like body weight workout is good. Push-up, pull-ups can never go wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like all the wrestlers and stuff. Like that.
Yeah. I see a lot. I just watch YouTubes and Instagram some moves. So I think I might have to try this. See. Yeah.
Yeah. So man, it's been a journey, right?
It's been a journey. It's about 10 years. 2015. So yeah. At the same time, I think I had to start November of 2015. So basically, exactly. I want to say 9 years, almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good journey for me. I mean, I stopped. I think I stopped when my daughter was born. But when I was a blue belt, and then I kept just kept going after that. And yeah, it's not easy, but we did it. You know, nothing's worth that's. You know, if it's easy, it's not worth it.
It's not
If
worth
it's-
it. You value it, right? When
Yeah.
it's not easy.
So, yeah, I love it. I love jiu-jitsu.
What was some of your, with these last 9 years, what are some of your highlights? A highlight or a couple of highlights.
Of what? What do you mean?
Just
Yeah.
these last, like, the journey, because I think I remember, I have, like, some moments when I got my black belt. I just remember of, like, you have these flashbacks of times of your life, like your daughter being born, like this happened, this happened. And then you were on the mat at the same time. So it's all, like, interconnects everything in a way.
So, okay, when you called me on November 9th, you said Ryan. So I didn't say my last name, so I was like, wait, me? It took me a while to realize, was it me? He's calling me Ryan. And everybody's like, yeah, you, get up there, get your... I don't know if you noticed, it took me a while to get up. I was like, really? I don't want to assume, because I'll be embarrassing you for somebody has another Ryan, So I was like, because you always call me Bombane, or Create. You always call me Create. So I was like, me? That was the one that was like, oh my God, it's kind of like embarrassing moment. Like, oh yeah, everybody's like, yo, that's you.
Everybody told
I just, get up there, get it. Yeah. And it's being there in front of everyone. I was just speechless. I was like nervous. I was like, all this emotion in my head. Like I was like, I want to say a lot of stuff, and everything just coming out like it doesn't make sense, but it just comes out, Like,
it's all good, yeah.
like joy, excitement, nervous. You're nervous. It's like But I'm glad I'm here right now. I'm telling you how I feel, and
Yeah.
it's more relaxed. But I was.
Tell your life in 2 minutes. 2
Same
minutes.
with it.
While there's like a couple hundred people in the room.
I know I'm there. Exactly. Yeah, I think I like this better. Yeah, the one-on-one. Actually, we haven't really talked, like this. And I
Yeah.
like it. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
And calling me out and hey, if you're very interested, I'm like, when you called me, I'm like, why is Professor calling me? Okay.
What did I do?
Am I in trouble? What did I do? So I call, I answer, like, hey, hello? Hey, and then you hear me about the podcast. I'm like, in my head, like, wait. I mean, I said yes right away, but when I said yes, I'm like, wait, can I do this? I'm not really I can't really talk. I'm not a talkative guy, but I guess
We're doing it.
we're doing it. So okay, let's do it. And yeah, I'm glad. I appreciate you, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I'm here right now with you and experience and my family, and hopefully my daughter will follow my footstep and
Yeah.
see me, and like I said, this is my home.
Yeah. One way or the other, though, it's an example, right? To follow
Yeah.
through with whatever you start.
Yeah, and I think when I could see my daughters when she looked at me and how happy I was. I think she's like, oh wow.
She was at the graduation?
She was at the graduation, and yeah, she saw daddy's look and how happy daddy and proud. And I think I have a feeling she'll be doing jiu-jitsu too. She'll be kicking daddy's asses when she grows up. you know.
Yeah, I was just going back to the highlights, like I was telling you, like when I got my black belt, it just like these flashes go through your head of like different moments, like like I don't know, whatever for me, like just hard times, getting injured. Am I gonna be able to do this?
Oh yeah, for me when I hurt my knee, I think I want to say I think blue belt hurt my knee, and I was like, I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped, because I was like, when you're injured, you're not training, and I'm like, and you feel like you're behind. Like, if you stop training for like a week or two, you feel like you're behind with all your colleague that's been training for straight 2 weeks, and I feel like and that kind of discourages me a little bit. You're like, oh man,
I can't do it.
I can't do it, and like I said, it's one of those ego that you have to like forget about your ego. Like, hey, you got injured, you stopped, and they're gonna be better than you because they've been training. So that mentality, I learned to just ignore that outside noise in your head, saying, hey, I kind of discourage you to train because you don't want to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because you used to own them in order to train, and now they're kicking your butt. And that thing, just forget about that and just keep showing up, and you'll catch up.
Yeah.
And that's how life is. Maybe they're gonna get injured, and then it's your turn to just keep going. That's why it's a cycle. As long as you don't stop, and that helped me. That's the one. And like I said, every time you give me the belt, you always whisper to me, like, I don't know if you say it to everyone, but hey, man, you're one step closer. This is it. Yeah, you know.
I remember telling you purple belt. Yeah,
you're there.
I have the pictures too.
Yeah,
it's funny like how I can assimilate that, because I remember being genuinely happy for you.
Yeah, and then that was one of the moments like in my head, like, yeah, you're in it. You're in it now. It's too late now. You're gonna finish this. And I remember that. That's one of those moments.
It's awesome, man.
And that kind of give me a boost. Like, yeah,
I can do this.
I can do this, exactly.
And here we are.
Yeah,
made it.
We made it. We made it. There you go.
Awesome. You wanna give a shout out to some people? Anybody?
No, well, really just shout out to my wife. Thanks for her support. Without her support, because as much as like every time she sees me, like I black eye, or is it like matte burn in my face, or my knee hurts, my back hurts, she's like, "Why are you doing this?" But I told her it helps me. It's my therapy, and we give her a shout out because it's her support, and it make me a better person, and she sees that, and. Thank you. I love you. And my daughter, of course. She's the best.
It's awesome, brother. Awesome. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I enjoy this.
Me too.